Welcome to Go High Level Open Lab with Jackie, brought to you by Apex Initiative. I'm super excited to be bringing this topic to you today for the simple reason that there are so many people who are paying for things that they do not have to. I was meeting with many agents this week, and one thing that all of them had in common was they were using ManyChat as a way to send automated messages. If you're not used to using ManyChat is actually really cool. You're able to actually create workflows in there. You can add specific posts that you're putting in your Instagram or on your Facebook, and then you can add certain things in there as an automatic reply. So let's say that you are in real estate and you're working on giving information about buying tips in your local market or ways to actually make sure that you're hiring the right person or selling your home for the right price. You can actually have these guides built in as an automation that automatically goes out when someone interacts with a post with a keyword or sends you a direct message using a keyword to be able to give them this product that you have for them. And while it is an amazing product and I love ManyChat and I actually used to use it, since I also have GoHighLevel, I've decided that this is something that I can get rid of, and it's something you can get rid of too. So in this live tutorial today, what I'm going to show you is how you can set up your auto reply for your DMs before they even ever open that app. So one of the things we're going to talk about is myself. My name's Jackie. I'm the founder of Go High Level Open Lab. Basically, what I do is I help business owners be able to understand how to use Go High Level in their business, how to troubleshoot any kind of issues they have. And I've created this YouTube channel to really share those different things. So today, what we're going to talk about is DMs inside of your social media. Not only am I going to show you ways that you can use it, but I'm also going to show you some screenshots of my own Go High Level account and how I've used this inside of my system. So here is the thing. We are all trying to get just a little bit of extra time for ourselves, whether it's for our family or just times to be able to relax. And going into your DMs and replying manually is something that you do not have to do. There is an easier, simpler way, and that's why there's been so many apps that have been created to do this for us. However, if you do have Go High Level, this is one thing that your Go High Level can do for you, and this is what I want to show you. So if you're in real estate, and I always talk about real estate because I'm also a real estate agent, we have keywords like buyer, seller, maybe it's an address or something that we want to be able to provide information. But because we run out of time and sometimes we miss DMs, right? Especially if they're not followers or we're not friends, we may miss that in one of the other tabs inside of the social media account. This is going to be able to deliver the information directly to that lead. Go ahead and start converting them, whether you are awake or asleep. So, what actually counts as a keyword auto reply? So, it's a specific word. It could be the word buyer. It could be seller. Maybe it's something attached to your brand or a specific, again, like I said, a specific address. If you're not in real estate, if you're in other branches of business, it could be anything that you could think of. It's anything that you are saying, hey, this is the keyword. And what it does is when inside of Go High Level, the moment that lead types that word, it's going to trigger that workflow. And that workflow is going to be an automatic instant reply. It could include buttons. It could include websites. It could include next steps. It could give them a link to your calendar to go ahead and schedule a meeting. It can deliver a PDF into their actual email box. It can do lots of different things. So these are the different ways that you can have this in there. As I mentioned above, we're using keywords. So for real estate, obviously a lot of the words that we use are going to be the same. Maybe it's buyer, maybe it's seller. I'm also adding Apex, since Apex is the white label brand that we have created using Go High Level. So inside of your system, you are going to be adding those things in there, right? So what is the automatic reply if someone does DM you the word buyer? What is the automatic reply if they DM the word seller, and so on? So two things have to be true for all of this to work. Number one, your Instagram and your Facebook have to be business or creator accounts. If you're using just your regular run-of-the-mill Facebook page, it's not going to connect. If you're using your run-of-the-mill Instagram account, it's not going to connect. So it does have to be business and creator account. You also need to make sure that in your Meta Business Suite, you're going to go into those automations and turn on DM keyword triggers, because GoHighLevel cannot go in and turn that on for you. So if you don't have it turned on, you're going to want to do that first. If you're unsure of how to do that, you're already on YouTube. Type in that search and it'll show you exactly how to do it. Okay. You also want to make sure that your pages are connected. Okay. So inside of GoHighLevel, you're going to want to go under the integrations and grab Facebook, because inside of GoHighLevel, Instagram is not one of those integrations that is on there. So you're going to want to make sure that those two are both connected. Next, we're going to create a workflow. Now, I am going to show you some screenshots of my own personal GoHighLevel account, so that way you can see how I've set that up. But the first thing that you have to do is create that trigger. So in here, you could choose from Instagram or Facebook. It could be a comment, specifically on any of your posts. It could be an actual direct message. You're going to add the keyword, and this is going to be that keyword that you are looking for people to use. And it's also maybe your call to action in the actual post and or the reel. You're going to build one workflow for each of those platforms. Okay. So that way it keeps everything separate. I also like to create separate workflows for each of my keywords. Do you have to? No, but I think it looks cleaner. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and I'm going to go ahead and show you inside of my GoHighLevel account now, is inside of your automation. So I actually organize all of my stuff so that way I have my socials all in one spot. So I created that folder for social media. And when I open that up, I see that there are lots of different workflows that I have right now. I have an Apex IG post. So basically, anyone who goes into my IG post, if they use the word Apex, it does a certain thing. We do an expert live. So I wanted to have something on my IG post for that. I also have my Instagram DMs, my Facebook DMs. I have A2P, because so many people who are using GoHighLevel have trouble getting their A2P verified. So I've created stuff for that. So let's go ahead and see what you need to do. So one thing is, when you're creating that workflow, it's going to say contains the phrase or it's an exact match. We are not going to use exact match, because people could add an additional letter, or they could make something capital, or they could say, I'm a buyer. There could be typos. There could be all of these things, and that's going to interfere with the trigger actually triggering. So make sure it just says contains a phrase, because what that's going to do is it's going to catch your keyword anywhere in that message that they're going to be sending. So this is what it would look like inside of your GoHighLevel workflow. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create that trigger. Now you'll notice that I picked Instagram, and it already shows that this is what my page name is. So if when you're going in here, your page name does not match, that's a problem. You need to go into your Facebook, into your Instagram, make sure that those are integrated and put together the correct way. So what mine says is my page is, and it has my page. The post type is any published post. Okay, because I want to use this keyword on any of my posts, not a specific one. And it's going to contain the phrase Apex. Okay, so that is my full trigger. Now we need to add all of the different actions. What do I want it to do? Well, I want it to send it to DM, right? I want to use the Instagram Messenger to go ahead and send them an automatic reply. It's going to have any type of buttons, any kind of replies, any type of links. So that way they have it. Make sure that you're keeping it automated. It doesn't have to be robotic. So you can make sure that like you have your personality in there. You can use emojis if you want to. You can have whatever type of voice that you want. So this is what it looks on my side. If someone actually uses the word Apex anywhere on any of my published posts, it's going to say, thank you for reaching out about Apex. Visit, and then there's our website. Then it's going to have, hey, guess what? Go ahead and visit this website to register for our next Apex experts. Or maybe you want to go ahead and book a clarity call to be able to get more information about our white label product and how we can go ahead and build that in for you. This is an Instagram DM. So you'll notice that my trigger says that they are replying to a channel, and it's my Instagram. Now, I don't have a specific message in here because I basically just want to grab all of these people and add tags. So that way I can tell myself, hey, these are people who've reached out. So let's go ahead and see how we can foster that relationship. I did the same thing for Facebook. Now on Facebook, it's not going to say a Facebook DM. It's going to actually say Facebook Messenger as your actual reply channel. Before you launch anything, make sure that you test it. So the one thing you're going to want to do is, I just went back, is you're going to want to make sure that you have this as a published. Now you can go ahead and test the workflow, but what I like to do, especially on these, is I actually go into my social media accounts. I use those different keywords. I go ahead and make sure that those links are coming through, that the language is written the way that I want it to, that it looks the way that I want it to, and obviously that the links are all working properly. Make sure that every single one is going to land where you want it to. Make sure that there's no typos. Make sure, again, that the links are actually working. One thing works really good is having these automated DMs, because now anyone who messages you, anyone who is reaching out to you, it's not a cold. So the one thing is Instagram and Facebook, right? They're both owned by Meta. They have very strict restrictions on unprompted business messages. Okay. So because there was a keyword used, the fact that you're sending out that message is not a violation of any of their guidelines that they have in place. Also, because you're replying immediately, it's keeping you extremely relevant. It's giving you things down inside of your workflow. Even though you're sending out that information, you could set it up where it's going to automatically go into a specific pipeline. So that way you're getting those messages when you're going to your dashboard. You can see, hey, who are the people who are in here? Is there anyone that I need to reach out to? You're also able to go ahead and create different things inside of that workflow. For example, what I would do is let me go back. I would actually create a, hey, wait this long to see if there's a reply from this. If there is a reply, then I'm going to do this. If there's not a reply, maybe I'm going to go ahead and send another automated DM that says, hey, I saw that you had reached out about buying. I wanted to ensure that you were able to utilize that link and find the information that you needed. If you have a specific question, reach out to me at this number. You can give them your personal work phone number. You can give them your, if you do have A2P, you can go ahead and give them that LC number that you have on file, so that way they can reach out to you. The other thing is, this is really easy to scale. So many people reach out to me and they're like, oh, Jackie, I did it for the one keyword, and what, now I have to create the whole thing? It's super easy. You can actually grab that workflow, duplicate it, and then just change the keywords in there, so that way everything is working. It's super easy because now you have three keywords, or maybe 4 or 5. You have those separate workflows. There's nothing that has to be done manually, and everything can be done automatically. I hope this was super helpful for you. I hope this is something that you're able to utilize in your business. Make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe on this YouTube channel, so that way you will get updates when new content comes out. Everything gets sent out, new videos every single Tuesday. If you need more help, or you're looking for a community that can actually help you to grow your business, by all means, DM me Apex on my Instagram, and you're going to get all that information. And if you really liked this video, but you want someone to create it for you, you can email me at Jackie@theapexinitiative.ai. Give me all of your Go High Level trouble, and I will be more than welcome to jump on a live with you, so that way we can troubleshoot for you. I hope you're having a great day. Talk soon.